Good day everyone, I am Fergigel C. Paltingca. Together with me are Mr. Carl Bocton, Ms. Mariel Sapid, Mr. Jobert Lagarde, Ms. Clara Pascual, Mr. Early Altilio, Mr. Clint Montemor, and lastly, Mr. Scott Montemor. And we are here one by one to present our assigned tasks. And our research is entitled The Struggles of University of Cebu Teachers Having Online Classes. In a traditional classroom, you often learn by listening, reading, writing, and doing other activities assigned by your teachers. Online classes are different because you are not in the same location as your instructor or the other students. In fact, you probably will not meet your teachers or your fellow students in person. Despite the overwhelming consequences of this pandemic, this global crisis has also been an extraordinary time for learning. In this rationale, we conduct a research about the struggles of University of Cebu with special focus on teachers and how they had quickly reimagined human connections and interactions to facilitate learning. Learning theory is meant to explain and help us understand how people learn. It involves multiple of disciplines, including psychology, sociology, neuroscience, and of course, education. Three of the learning popular theories are behaviorism, cognitivism, and social constructivism. Behaviorism, as its name implies, behaviorism focuses on how people behave. Cognitivism has been considered a reaction to the rigid emphasis by behaviorists and predictive stimulus and responses by Harrism 2012. Social constructivism, parallel to behaviorism and cognitivism, was the work of several education theories including John Dewey and Jean Piaget. Their focus on social constructivism was to describe and explain teaching and learning as complex interactive social phenomena between teachers and students.
As the research progresses, the literature to be studied is critical in shaping the study and broadening the concepts and ideas. The first theme is challenges of online teaching. The most successful as the world's education system is thrown to disarray by the coronavirus, and an increasing number of teachers are forced to teach their students from home. Number 2, isolation. Learning from home can be isolating. It's no wonder without the buzz of the classroom and the company of their peers. Some students will develop a strong sense of alienation, which slowly erodes their motivation to work or to learn. Number 3, lack of motivation of online learners. As difficult as distance teaching it is for us, it's more likely to be difficult for our students as well. Number 4, technical difficulties of online teaching tools. Distance teaching has become a lot less intimidating as a result of advances in educational technology or EdTech, but there are still problems to be aware of. Number 5, time-consuming resources. When you can no longer teach simply by standing in front of a class, you must rely on resources to do the job for you, and it actually takes time to make those. Number 6, setting and forgetting online learning activities. In a distance education environment, students are the only ones who may feel a lack of transparency. It can be difficult for teachers as well. Theoretical constructs. Recently, a wider range of theoretical notions has provided a richer understanding to learners from a distance.
A pleasant day, everyone. By the way, I am Mariel J.R. Saped of GAS 11 1P. My co-researchers and I conducted a study in order for us students to be aware and to have knowledge that we are not the only one who is struggling having online class, but also the teachers. In order for us to give more value and to appreciate their efforts in delivering their discussion or sharing their knowledge with us in the most easiest and simplest way for us to comprehend. We cannot neglect the fact that there are some students who aren't paying attention during the discussions of their teachers. And as a teacher, they are a little bit disappointed. For the statement of the problem, this study delved into the lived experiences of teachers who worked in University of Cebu main campus for the school year 2020 to 2021. It answers the following questions. First, how do teachers manage their time in online class? Time management is really helpful for both students and teachers. If you do not know how to manage your time wisely, there's a huge possibility that you cannot do all the things or tasks as efficiently as possible. Second, what are the challenges faced by the teachers in online class? Online class or distance learning is way different than it used to be. It is very challenging for both teachers and students. And lastly, what are the coping mechanisms used by the teachers in facing those challenges? For the significance of the study, we believe that this research can contribute to the teachers, students, and to the future researchers. For the scope and the limitation, this study aims to identify the problems and coping strategies used by the teachers. This research is conducted virtually with 2 to 4 participants. The participants must be a teacher who works in University of Cebu main campus. The questionnaire is the main instrument of this study. They will be asked with prior variables that is very easy to answer and comprehend. Thank you.
Research methodology. This part of research will provide the research design, the respondents, and the instrument used for data gathering. Research design. It deploys interviews, observations, and surveys to its accumulate information from subjects, and the goal is to describe how any participants experiences a specific event. The method phenomenology is highly concerned during a particular event on how participants feel about such as activities that also has research participants. The participant of this study will be the teacher who work in UC main campus. There will be 8 to 10 participants. This research uses snowball sampling method, as the participants are to find in which it provide referrals to recruit participant required for the research study. And the last is research instrument. The research prepare 15 questions that will be used upon interviewing the participants. The main source of data is used in the study was the interview questionnaire given to the respondent and the recorded information given by the respondents during the interview. And that's it. Thank you.
Data gathering procedure. In this process, the researchers will submit a transmittal letter to ask permission from the principal to allow them to conduct an interview. Once approved, the researchers will provide a consent to the respondents. As the respondents agree to the consent, the researchers will schedule the interview with the respondents during their free time. Data analysis procedure. The researchers will analyze the data gathered from the interviews by the use of Collise's thematic theory of analysis. It offers personal insights into how to present an audible decision trail in phenomenological research study and explores the issues of rigor and trustworthiness. The researchers will read all the contents in the interview and extract the significant statements and formulate the meaning of the said data. Definition of term. The term used in the study are operational. Online classes is a course conducted over the internet. It is done virtually with the use of Google Meet, Google Classroom, or any apps that can be used in online class. Struggles. To make great efforts or attempts amidst difficulties. Teachers. Someone who teach particularly in school.
Hello guys, good morning. I'm Arlie JB Atilio all the way from 11 Gas 1P, and I'm gonna tackle about on how do teachers manage their time in online classes and the challenges encountered by the teachers having online classes. Um, let's first talk about on how do teachers manage their time in online classes. The main solution for that is time management, because time management refers to the wise use of time. It made it possible for teachers to keep track of their time and schedule their activities. The main example for that is time control, time division, arrangement of working time, and work organizing. So let's go down to the challenges encountered by the teachers having online classes. And the two main causes for that is lack of readiness and internet connectivity. The example of lack of readiness is unexpected event, and lastly is unpreparedness of having online classes. And the example of internet connectivity is a poor internet connection and internet problem. So that's it guys. I hope you learned something. Um, Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Major theme: lack of communication, misunderstandings, and low relationship between teachers and students are frequently the result of a lack of communication. L. at et al. 2002. Students and teachers, on the other hand, may face technical communication hurdles due to a lack of technological competence, as well as semantic communication hurdles due to misinterpretation of announcement. Subjects. Poor interaction of student. Teachers are currently having difficulty due to poor student participation. Students frequently fail to communicate in educational settings due to untreated learning or speech issues. Aparihaya 2016. The partnership, on the other hand, necessitates effort on both sides. Classroom communication hurdles make it difficult for students to get the most out of their education. Absence of parent communication. Teachers face difficulty in supervising their students due to a lack of parents' communication. Misunderstanding can result from a lack of communication. Morwood 2019. Conflict is a result of a poor communication between parents and school. Parents and guardians don't have enough information, don't have enough input, and aren't sure what to do. Major term. Teacher observation to student include checking of the attendance, monitoring and checking the student's activity. Sometimes inadequate attendance of student and complete attendance of student can have an important on their class or decision, because instead of moving on the next topic, the teacher will repeat the previous discussion to allow the absent students to catch up. Monitoring student. It is a responsibility of the teacher to follow up with their student. Teacher can use student progress monitoring to determine how effective their interact.
My name is Kat Levert B. Montemor, and my topic is Summary of Findings, Conclusions, and Recommendations. The online class modality is shown to be challenging for teachers, as found by the information gathered in our research. Struggles such as low internet connection, unpreparedness, and lack of communication within students, teachers, and parents are evident. We have also gathered data stating what are the coping mechanisms of teachers amidst the adversities they face. First is that they find motivation, and the second one, they try to be optimistic. Third, they look for someone they can reach out and talk to. In summary, our research talks about the problems teachers face in their day-to-day online, teaching how they've managed to adapt these obstacles.